value stream mapping workshop is about getting the people who work within that value stream, of course not every single person, but around, again, 15 or 20 people, and then start from where the demand comes in, going to say, okay, what happens next? What are the steps between the demand coming in to the last step where the demand is fulfilled? And say, okay, what are each step? What are the delays between the steps? What happens when we hand over, if you like, work from one step to the other? How fit for purpose is it from the next step when they receive that product, if you like, or the evolution of the product that is going? So if let's say if I'm folding, creating an envelope, or actually make it even simpler, if I am making a pizza and I'm doing the base and I give it to the next station where they're putting the topping on, is the base that I've given of the right size? So if it goes to the topping and the topping is only for a 2-inch pizza and the base is 4 inches, there's not going to be enough topping for it, or the sauce for it. So that's, if you like, those are the kind of things that you look at the value stream mapping to say, when we hand over from one station to the other, is it fit for purpose? In other words, the technical term for it is, percentage complete and accepted. So when I'm saying it's done, somebody else takes it. Is it fit for purpose for them? Can they just start working on it straight away, or does it need to come back and extra work to be done on it? So that's what we do. We map every step and we sort of see how good or how fit for purpose is the work as soon as it goes from one person to the other, or one team to the other. So that's what the value stream mapping does. Help to articulate a better definition of done. Yes, and I need to explain why that may be yes and why that may not be yes in some context. Why is it yes? Because the fact that you have an understanding of end-to-end flow, it allows you to say, okay, when we say it's done, we mean done at the end step, not the intermediate steps. So sometimes teams or individuals within teams, they just look at their part of the work. Whereas what the value stream mapping does, is the holistic view. The work is only done when it exits. So it's not about any individual step, it's about the end-to-end flow. So that holistic view allows us to say, okay, what does done actually mean? Is it about just development? Is it development and testing? If you're in a software development, even if you are in marketing, is it about development and testing of the campaign? Or is it just we created the design and we haven't actually tested it, kind of thing? So it's about that holistic view and saying, okay, what does that done mean? And then if you're working with frameworks like Scrum, where there's a time box, is then understanding what is the right amount of work that can get done within the time box, the sprint, if you're in Scrum, using Scrum framework or any other framework that you're using. You need to see whether the work item matches the tolerance, I guess, the tolerances of the organization. How long do you want to wait before you get it done? And if there are big handoffs between doing the work and then going through some sort of audit checks for it to then get to the hands of the next station or to your customers, then it might be that you may break that into 2 flows to say, okay, we do this and then do that. Of course, that would be just a stepping stone, because the whole idea is that you remove those long waits. That's the key reason that we do the value stream mapping, to identify the wait states and then remove them. Because when people are working, they are fairly efficient and effective. So it's not about the active steps. It's about when work is waiting, to say, why is the work waiting? What is causing that wait? And how can we work differently to minimize or eliminate those wait states?